Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thanks again for joining me here. Quick look at Cardano here, double checking a couple of key factors. First of all, I want to say thank you to my Cardano community. Got a lot of awesome feedback from yesterday's video, just talking about how Cardano's ready and set to explode. While it wasn't like massive, it was a decent 6-7% pump here. Once we broke this descending channel here, effectively that that bull pennant type of pattern. So welcome aboard if you're new to the channel. Thanks again so much for joining me here. Congrats to our community members who did secure some profits from our Cardano trade. 47% on a 5x leverage trade we took last week. ICP secured some profit there at 49%. And then, of course, a near protocol trade, about 52%. So we've been cashing in pretty well. While we did miss our entry on Bitcoin by $100, that would have been a nice, good 20-30% right now. We're not gonna worry about that, because again, folks, it's all about current opportunities, not missed opportunities. There is so much FOMO in the market, it's ridiculous. So let's go ahead and focus on what we can control. Before we get started, to ask you a quick favor: hit the like button down below, help us grow the channel, get this in front of more people who deserve it. All right, so this is the last 7 days of trading, right? So as we can see, a lot of folks went long at about the 43 cent mark. So a lot of liquidation at 42.3 cents. And most shorts have been liquidated in last 7 days. So essentially no more resistance here at this point, allowing the price action to continue to run, or hypothetically the price pulls back and sweeps that lower level. However, we zoom out a little bit, we look at the monthly, we can see the more recent high back in April on the 23rd, 52.5 cents is that resistance range where we have that potential sweep of that upper liquidity level for some previous older liquidation. Okay, so again, I don't know why this happens. This should never happen. When the price breaks through a most recent high, people should be closing their shorts. I don't see why people are still holding onto their shorts here. Again, this isn't Bart Simpson or the Simpsons, right? You don't need to hold on to your shorts or eat your shorts. But at this point, what I want to get at is the fact that it's important not to short a market that's truly bullish. Okay, just same thing happens too with the inverse as well on the way down. You want to be careful taking longs until the bottom is in, right? So is the top in for Cardano, is the bottom in? Let's double check here. So take a look here at the daily time frame. Again, the daily for Cardano was never very good. Okay, no other way to sugarcoat it. But we broke above the 20-day SMA. We closed above that point of control yesterday at 45 cents. A lot of reasons why I expected the price for Cardano to continue to surge. Okay, we also retest that lower low pattern and essentially broke free from that bull pennant. So what I'm getting at here is we still got some resistance coming up here, right? This level here at about 50 cents. The upper level 53 and possibly 57. Those are three areas where the simple moving averages are hanging out, and they could provide some resistance when we get there. But constellations are constellations. We can see here, very nice here, above 50 in the RSI for a change. We haven't seen that in how long? Back since March 15th. It's literally been 2 months and 2 days until since we've been above that level. Now, does that mean the price is just going to take off from here? No, it just implies that there's a good chance we have much more probability of the price continuing further up. Also, too, this more recent low here, we're going to pay attention to this. Sorry, the most recent high at about 47.7 cents. That's an area we want to talk about. That's probably a likely pivot point if the price does pull back for Cardano. Again, that most recent level, that 1.0 fib level. So everything else in the day looks fantastic. There's no other way around it. Definitely good, minus being below some key levels and moving averages. The important thing here, though, is, again, we're over that 20-day SMA. We're also over the 200-day SMA in the 4-hour. That's huge. Being above all 4 moving averages is great. It doesn't mean the price cannot still pull back and contract. Keep that in mind, folks. The price could still very well pull back to these lower fib levels. However, for the moment, there's a strong inclination the price is going to continue further up, because, again, we're starting to see another bull pennant type of pattern. Okay, so again, there's a lot of reasons why you want to be careful shorting this coin. But once more, you can still be successful shorting. I'm not saying that's not a thing. Just from a longer perspective, from like a swing trader's perspective, it makes no sense to short right now because it broke through some key levels, and you want to see how those retest first. We're also over 70 in the RSI, and the common rule of thumb for longs is to not secure profit until the price action hits 70, and we're not even there yet. Okay, so why take a short into a situation where you haven't even secured profits on a long? Doesn't make any sense, right? Try not to get too crazy with hedging your shorts with longs. Different trading pairs is okay, but the same trading pair can be kind of crazy. I would avoid that reverse button. You pay a lot of fees for that. Market orders are never quite the best option. Either way you look at it here, everything looks pretty bullish, minus stochastic swinging down. A simple retracement makes sense here. Again, I think a retracement of 47.6 and a bounce from there could very well be a likelihood. Again, more recent highs, if we take a look at this here just to kind of clarify. High here, new low here, right? So there's a good chance we're going to consolidate here and leg up from here. And if we do break that level, we'll talk about lower support levels here too on the lower time frames. And to quickly note too, people ask me a lot too, like, hey, how often do you update your fib levels? Well, today's candlestick hasn't closed yet, so I'm going to wait. But generally speaking, you want to wait until a larger time frame fib levels, or sorry, larger time frames have established themselves. Me personally, I prefer to draw out my fibs on the daily, not necessarily the hourly or the 4 hour. So there is that, and that's the reason why we still see previous. It's also still relevant, you got to keep in mind, because the more recent high is essentially the potential new low here. So we need to be mindful of that level too. Okay, last thing we want to talk about is, of course, the Ichimoku cloud, and just confirming here that we have all green lights here. Everything is truly bullish, and there's no reason to short against this. We look at our moving averages too. Everything's swinging up here. We can draw out some trend lines if we want, kind of get some perspective on these levels. While it's not going to be perfect, because again, trend lines are exactly that. They're fairly imperfect. They typically run concurrent with moving averages, and it's important to pay attention to that. That's why trend lines exist, because they kind of tell you what's happened as an average price over the last X amount of days. Okay, this just helps easily identify that. Either way, we'll go ahead and double check this here and keep an eye on it. But at this point, overall, no consideration for shorts at this point. We've secured solid profit on Cardano. We will continue to. I'm confident we're going to secure additional profit based on what we see here so far. The next levels to kind of pay attention to, just to give you perspective here as well, is this most recent high. I guess I wouldn't say it's super recent, but back in April, we can see the price action was about 52 cents was that level. So we're just going to go ahead and put that on the charts as the candle wick up and kind of see what that looks like perhaps a little bit later, and just kind of see where we line up if we get closer to that level. Again, I'll draw out some new fib levels here for us for our updated playout charts, which I do post on my Twitter, Telegram, and Discord. So just keep in mind, they do look a little something like this, where I always provide you with constant updates there. So feel free to follow if you'd like. If you want to become a better trader, again, CryptoCache.tech is a site linked down below. We're all trading Cardano on our world's best exchange. Awesome rewards if you use my link to register. Absolutely use this link so you can get those benefits. But no KYC or VPN for BitUnix. Phenomenal exchange. We use them daily, and I deeply appreciate them being an awesome, vital part for our community. Okay, so again, our community over here in Discord, check it out, man. We got some really cool traders here. Awesome stuff. A lot of fun. I deeply appreciate you once more for your support. Like, comment below, and we'll see you in the next one. Have a great rest of your day. Take care.